Tonight is not just another night. The sky above you is alive. The August 9th full moon is here, and it's carrying an energy that will not return for an entire year. If you know how to speak to it, it will answer. If you don't, it will pass you by like it never happened. And you didn't click on this video by accident. Something in you, call it instinct, call it alignment, pulled you here, right now, on this night, for a reason. You and I both know you felt it before. That subtle sense that something bigger is moving in the background, and all you need is the right spark to set it off. This is that spark. The next few minutes might be the most important you spend all year, because before this video ends, you're going to have a set of words that, when spoken tonight, can lock you in with this exact surge of energy. And if you use them the way I'll show you, they won't just be words, there'll be a declaration, a signal to the universe that you're done waiting and ready to receive. What you think and say tonight will echo louder, travel further, and take root deeper than on any ordinary night. That's not hype. That's not wishful thinking. It's how energy works when the right moment meets the right action. Neville Goddard taught that assumption is creation, that the moment you claim something as already yours, the world bends to match you. Tonight, that truth is magnified. The door between thought and reality is wide open, and you get to decide what steps through. But here's the catch. Most people will spend tonight scrolling, worrying, doubting. They'll feed this energy with fear or lack, and tomorrow will look exactly like yesterday. You, however, are not here by accident. You're here because something in you knows there's more waiting. Tonight. And in a few minutes, I'll tell you the exact phrase that has the power to shift it all. But before you can use it, you need to understand why tonight is unlike any night you've ever lived through before. You've seen full moons before, but not like this. This is the echo after the storm. Yesterday, August 8th, the Lion's Gate energy reached its peak, and tonight, August 9th, that door is still open, but it's closing. Fast. Think of it like the tide. You either catch it while it's rising, or you stand there watching it pull away. And tonight, the tide isn't water. It's opportunity. It's alignment. It's every goal you've been holding in your heart, pulled closer by a force you can't see, yet you can feel it in your chest. Here's what most people don't understand. Not all nights are equal. The words you speak on an average Tuesday might just fade into the background. But the words you speak tonight, they land, they echo, they stick. Neville Goddard said the world is yourself pushed out, that everything you experience is simply the reflection of the state you've been living in. Tonight, that reflection is quicker, sharper, and more willing to change, which means one thing. You cannot afford to feed it doubt, fear, or someday. I've seen what happens when people align with nights like this. Last year, a friend of mine, I'll call her Sarah, was behind on rent, juggling debt, and losing sleep over how she'd get through the month. She stumbled onto a message like this one and decided to try. She didn't light candles. She didn't spend hours meditating. She just spoke a short, clear phrase out loud and actually felt it in her body. The next day, a payment she'd been told was delayed indefinitely landed in her account, covering her rent and then some. Now, am I saying you'll wake up tomorrow with your dream life fully formed? No. But I'm saying that tonight, you can plant something so powerful, the momentum will start before your head even hits the pillow. And in just a few minutes, I'll hand you the exact phrase. But if you skip ahead and just say it without understanding what you're stepping into, it will be nothing more than noise. If you're already feeling that shift just from listening so far, make sure you're here for the next one. Every week, I share more ways to lock this state in, so hit subscribe and let's keep moving together. You've been waiting for the words, and you'll get them. But if you try to use them without what I'm about to tell you, they'll be nothing more than air. Neville Goddard called words vessels. They carry the state you're in when you speak them. Empty state, empty result. The wrong state, wrong result. But the right state? That's when doors open so fast it feels like reality bends. So tonight, before I hand them to you, I need you to step into that right state. Here's what I mean. A woman I spoke with last month. She'd been chasing a payment from a client for over a year. They kept delaying, making excuses. On a night like this, she tried something different. Instead of asking, she imagined she'd already received it. She saw herself holding the envelope, counting the bills, feeling the relief in her shoulders. Then she spoke one short line as if it was already true, and went to sleep. By the next afternoon, she had a transfer notification in her account for the exact amount. Coincidence? Maybe. But here's the truth. When you live in the end, when you speak from the position of, it's done, life moves to reflect that. Here's another one. A man had been waiting months for a promotion. He kept telling himself, one day they'll see my value. But one day never came. On a night charged like this one, he flipped the script. He stopped talking about when and started speaking as if it already happened. He walked into work the next day, acting like the role was his. That week, they announced he was promoted, without even interviewing anyone else. And I want you to notice something here. Neither of them begged. Neither of them wished. They assumed. They declared. And the world adjusted. So here's what I want from you right now. Close your eyes. Think of the money you want. The call you've been waiting for. The yes you've been needing. See it not as a future wish, but as something you woke up with today. Hear yourself telling someone you trust, it's done. It happened. Feel how your chest relaxes, how your breathing deepens. That's the state. That's the ground your words need to fall into tonight. Because when I give you the phrase in a moment, you won't just say it, you'll be it. And that's when reality has no choice but to match you. You've done the work. You've stepped into the right state. You've felt it in your body. Now, here are the words you're going to speak tonight. Tonight, the universe pays me in full. Take a breath. Let them sink in. Not just in your mind. Let them land in your chest. Say them once to yourself, right now. Now again, a little slower. Notice how different they feel compared to if you just heard them at the start of this video. Now that you know the words, imagine what happens when you combine them with the next techniques we'll be using here. That's why I want you to subscribe right now. Not for me, but so you never miss the next shift that could multiply what you're feeling tonight. These aren't random words. They're layered with intention. Tonight means now. You're not giving the universe an open-ended deadline. You're claiming this exact window of energy, this night, this moment. The universe means you're not limiting the source. You're open to money, wealth, and abundance flowing from any direction, expected or unexpected. Pays me in full means no half payments, no scraps, no crumbs. It's the full amount, the complete delivery of what's already yours. Neville Goddard taught that you must speak from the end, as the version of you who already received what you desire. When you say this phrase tonight, you're not asking, you're confirming. And I want you to do something that will amplify this even more. Right now, type these exact words in the comments. Tonight, the universe pays me in full. Why? Because when you write it, you're making a public declaration to yourself, to the world, and yes, to the universe, that you're standing in this truth. It's no longer a thought in your head. It's a statement you've committed to. I read every single one, and you'll be surprised how many people will come back days or weeks later to reply, "It happened." Let your comment be one of them. Now that you have the phrase, I'm going to show you how to anchor it into your reality so deeply that tonight becomes the night you look back on and say, that's when everything shifted. You've heard the phrase, you've written it, but right now, we're going to make it part of you. Not just words you say, an energy you carry. So wherever you are, pause, put your shoulders back, open your chest a little, take a deep, slow breath in, hold it, and let it go. Good. Now close your eyes if you can. We're going to walk through 3 moments, and each one will take you deeper into this certainty. Moment 1. It's tomorrow morning. You're still in bed, the light in the room is soft. You roll over, pick up your phone, and swipe it open. There, right at the top, is a notification. It's money. The exact amount you needed, or maybe more. You feel that quiet rush, not of surprise, but of confirmation. Say it softly now. Tonight, the universe pays me in full. Moment 2. Later that same day, you're standing somewhere, maybe in your kitchen, maybe in line at a store. You check your account again, and another amount has arrived. Not from the same place, different source. The feeling is stronger now. You laugh, shake your head, because you know it's not random. Whisper it this time, just for you. Tonight, the universe pays me in full. 3. It's the evening after. You're looking back over the past 24 hours. You realize something. It wasn't just the money. It was how it felt. Easy, natural. Like the world bent slightly in your favor. Just because you spoke it. Say it one more time, with gratitude in your voice. Tonight, the universe pays me in full. Now, open your eyes, or keep them closed if you want to stay in it. What you've just done is exactly what Neville Goddard taught. Living in the wish fulfilled. Not waiting for it, but feeling it so deeply that the universe has no choice but to reflect it back. If you can carry even a fraction of this feeling through your evening tonight, you're aligning yourself with the people who've seen this work again and again. And in a moment, I'll tell you their stories, so you can see why this isn't just a phrase. It's a shift. And if this is clicking for you, subscribe now so you don't miss the next time we go even deeper. You never know which video will be the one that changes everything for you. You might be wondering, does this really work? Let's talk about the people who didn't just say the phrase, they lived it. And what happened next. Story 1. The Forgotten Refund. A woman in Australia wrote the phrase on a sticky note and put it under her pillow. She didn't even speak it out loud, just thought about it as she fell asleep. The next morning she checked her bank account and saw a deposit she'd completely forgotten about. A refund from a utility company she'd left years ago. It wasn't just the money, it was the shock of how quickly it came. She told me later, I didn't even have time to doubt it. Story 2. The Overdue Payment. There was a man in Canada, self-employed, waiting on a client who was weeks late paying. He was frustrated, checking his phone every day. One night he spoke the words, "Tonight, the universe pays me in full." But instead of sitting there refreshing his account, he watched a movie, made himself dinner, and went to bed early. The next morning, not only had the client paid in full, but they'd added a late fee on their own, without him asking. That's when I realized, he said, it's about letting go. Story 3. The Surprise Gift. A young woman in the UK was going through a hard time financially. Her goal was small, just enough to cover her rent. She wrote the phrase in her journal, closed it, and went about her day. 2 days later, her aunt, who had never sent her money before, transferred exactly what she needed, with a note. For no reason at all. Just felt like it. Story 4. The Promotion. One of my favorites. A man in New York spoke the phrase before going to bed, but he wasn't even thinking about extra money. The next day at work, his boss called him in. Not only did he get a raise, but it was backdated, meaning they gave him the extra pay for the months before. He laughed and said, I guess the universe really paid me in full. What do all these stories have in common? The amount didn't matter. The source didn't matter. They didn't chase it, they aligned with it. This is exactly what Neville Goddard meant when he said, your outer world is just a shadow of your inner world. They stopped carrying the vibration of waiting and started carrying the vibration of already having. So when you speak, tonight, the universe pays me in full, you're not begging, you're confirming. And when you do it with the kind of certainty we've been building here today, the results tend to show up faster than logic can explain. And, in a moment, I'll give you the exact steps for tonight. so you can join the current they stepped into, and maybe be the next story I tell. You've just unlocked something people search for their entire lives, and most never find. Don't let this be the last time you feel this certain, this connected, this powerful. Subscribe now, not for me, but for you. So you're here every time we go deeper, every time we uncover the next piece that builds on what you've started tonight. Because what begins right here, in this moment, can change everything. You've been saying the words, feeling them, letting them settle deeper and deeper into your mind. But tonight, before you close your eyes, we're going to seal it in a way that makes it impossible to ignore. You didn't find this video by accident. You're here because something in you is ready to finally stop waiting and start receiving. So when the day winds down, I want you to give yourself one gift: presence. Before you even think about sleep, take a moment to make your space feel calm. Put away anything that feels messy, unfinished, or loud. You don't have to clean the whole room, just remove anything that pulls you back into stress. This isn't just about tidiness, it's about removing noise from your mind. When your surroundings feel settled, your body relaxes, and when your body relaxes, the words we've been using drop straight into your subconscious, without resistance. Then, sit or lie down in a position where you can stay still for a few minutes without adjusting. Take a deep breath in through your nose, hold it, then exhale slowly through your mouth. Again, in, hold, and out. Each exhale is you letting go of the version of yourself that was still hoping, still waiting, still asking. Now close your eyes. In your mind, or out loud if you can, say the words slowly. Tonight, the universe pays me in full. Notice how your voice feels as you say it. Don't rush it. Let every syllable carry the weight of certainty. Again, slower this time, with even more belief. Tonight, the universe pays me in full. And one more time, silently, only in your mind, but with the same conviction. You're not asking, you're confirming. Now picture tomorrow morning. You open your eyes, and the light in the room feels different. Brighter, softer, warmer. You pick up your phone, check your account, and there it is. The money, the proof, the moment you've been aligning with. It's not just the numbers that matter. It's how it feels. Relief, gratitude. That quiet, unshakable knowing that you are always provided for. Let that feeling expand in your chest. Let it run through every cell in your body. As you hold that scene in your mind, repeat the words once more. Tonight, the universe pays me in full. Not as a wish, not as a request, as a statement of fact. And then, here's the key. You release it. You don't keep checking. You don't go back into doubt. You carry yourself through the rest of the night as someone who's already been paid. You move with the quiet confidence of someone who knows that what they've asked for is already done. And this is exactly what Neville Goddard meant when he spoke about living in the wish fulfilled. It's not about waiting for the proof before you feel the reality. It's about feeling the reality so strongly that the proof has no choice but to arrive. That's the state you're in right now. And if you drift into sleep holding it, you give your subconscious the final, undeniable signal to make it real. When you wake tomorrow, pay attention. Maybe the money arrives directly. Maybe it comes through an unexpected channel. Maybe it begins with an opportunity, a conversation, a door opening you didn't even know was there. However it shows up, notice it. Claim it. Let it be proof that the words you spoke tonight had power. And if you do notice it, come back to this video and tell me in the comments. Not to prove it to me, but to show someone else who's watching this for the first time that they can trust it, too. Now, take one more deep breath with me. Hold it. Let it go. Say the words one final time in your mind. Tonight, the universe pays me in full. Feel it as if it's already yours. And then, let go. Let the night take care of the rest. That's it for tonight. Trust the process, let the words work for you, and watch what happens. If this spoke to you, share your results in the comments so others can see what's possible. Thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.